the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
And after tonight, none of you in this ring will ever be the same again.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? There's a 1, there's a 2. Oh!
Wow.
Wow. Oh, wow, indeed. Welcome. 3 Count Thursday, live here on Thursday, January 9th, 2020. We are the podcast of the millennium. We got tons to talk about this week, including Punk's new feud, AEW's flop, and WWE's ratings. But first, our show is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things on NGSC Sports. If you're decorating your home, it's a new year, new decade even. You want to jazz things up a little bit, so why not add some pillows, some stools featuring your favorite teams and characters? They got all of it over there at Alicia's Pillows and Things. Log on to ngscsports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on your homepage and place your order. You can also head to our website, 3countthursday.com. That's the number 3countthursday.com. Follow us on all of our social media. Check out our YouTube page, our Patreon over at patreon.com/3countthursday. We also have our merchandise at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver!
Thank you. We also stream live and daily over at leebsports.com. That is LEEIB sports.com.
LEEIB
sports.com. We have a collar and elbow brand deal. If you go to store.collarandelbowbrand.com and use promo code 3count, always the number 3 count, you can get 10% off each and every order. I think they did a winter drop, I believe.
Winter drops.
And so
like
there'll be a spring drop coming.
Correct. Yeah, they do seasonal drops
in the spring. So head over, check out the winter merchandise at Collar and Elbow Brand, and use promo code 3count for 10% off each and every order. One indie show on the calendar for this week, and that is at the Monster Factory. They are presenting The Shake-Up this Saturday at the world-famous Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey. I think the shows there start at 7 p.m., I believe.
Tell Danny Cage we said hey.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't that one of your favorite country songs, The Shake?
Neil McCoy?
By Neil McCoy.
I do enjoy Neil McCoy and The Shake.
I don't know if that song would fly in 2019, 2020. Believe it is about watching a woman's posterior as she's walking and enjoying the shake.
Yeah, I don't know if that holds up.
Shake it to the left, shake it to the right.
Come on, baby. You know what I like?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's a different song.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, I don't
think.
Got
some questions about our shirts.
I don't think it's any. I don't think it's anything like "Baby, It's Cold Outside." But
no, it sure isn't. First of all, before we go any further, I want to just recognize Kim Lemon. We moved her a little bit closer today. She's in the ring. Kim Lemon in the ring. If you guys are friends with Kim Lemon, let us know, because we throw her up here. Kim Lemon joining us tonight. What a beautiful autograph picture. I'd love to get a 3 Count Thursday autograph picture of Kim Lemon.
That would be. I mean, intern Mark should probably.
We should look into that.
Intern Mark should probably be working on that, because I think he's up at the PA Farm Show tonight, and I think the WGAL table's supposed to be there.
No way, is it really?
I believe so. I believe there's a WGAL table.
Tell me we could maybe get a Janelle Stelson or a Ron Martin.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible. They're legends.
Jim Sinkovic, maybe.
I think he might have retired. But Chase, my shirt is a collar and elbow brand shirt. I got that with promo code 3count. I got 10% off on that shirt.
Excuse me.
I think we got Matt on the line with us. Give me one.
Charlie, my shirt is not a Bootio shirt. And Chase, happy birthday, first of all, Chase.
Yes, happy birthday,
listener.
Chase.
Happy
Welcome.
birthday.
And it's been a little while, I think, since we heard Chase. But Matt, I think, is on the call with us. Matt, how we doing this week, bud?
We're doing well. Sixers just won, beat the Celtics, third time this year. So
there you go.
No complaints.
Awesome. That is good. Ryan has his Bryce is right shirt.
Bryce.
You're not microphone.
I'm just confirming you.
Right, Bryce is right. Yes.
It wasn't for them to hear.
Oh, it was just for me. Sorry. I just figured you forgot that we talk into microphones.
No. Bryce is right.
But that is, of course, Bryce Remsburg,
former guest of the show, AEW referee extraordinaire.
Yes, very. He was great.
That was a great neck crack. Wow.
I heard that not through the microphone and through my headphones.
Really good. Holy cow. If that picked up on the mic and y'all don't do like cracky bones, I'm sorry, but wow.
Not to freak you out, I did hear a story on the you're not like a hypochondriac, are you?
No.
Okay. I heard a story on Preston and Steve one time. A guy cracked his neck and ended up having a stroke.
Oh shit!
Like within like the next like 2 days.
I cracked my neck numerous times.
Well, apparently this guy did too. So
Jesus!
So if you experience any symptoms, just call 911 or 411 or.
Excuse me, information. What's the number for 911?
All right, we got. I don't know how long this show's going to be. I watched Raw. I didn't watch last night. I think you watched.
I watched last night. I didn't watch. Raw.
But you only watched AEW, right?
Perhaps.
Matt, did you watch any wrestling this week?
I watched Wrestle Kingdom, but that's about it.
Oh, I did catch some of Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah.
I didn't.
No shit, Jim.
I'm shocked.
I know, terribly shocked. Hey, I watched it once. And it literally just ended. It was Wrestle Kingdom 9. So it literally.
Is that the one you watched?
Yeah, you and I watched that one.
We watched together?
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett. I
5
think.
years ago?
Yeah, well, we've been doing this show for almost 6.
Wow.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Yowie wowie.
Yeah. I think 9 just ended. Like they did 10 through.
Jesus.
They did do 10 through 14 while 9 was still happening. But and Tim obviously not with us. We did have some wintry weather here in the Northeast Mid Atlantic.
That's not Tim. He just didn't even try this week.
Well, that's true. He just.
I mean, I appreciate.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice.
No, I think we announced last week on the show like he may not always be with us.
Yeah, like
he's got a bit more of a commute.
He lives in.
Here's the deal. Let's
the name of the town is Northeast. I don't know where in Maryland. Northeast Maryland.
But he lives in another state.
But he lives in Maryland.
And so Maryland from us is at least an hour and a half?
Probably about at least an hour. Like if you're going to like just over the Quarryville, Maryland line, you're looking probably almost an hour. And I assume that Northeast.
That's good weather, right?
Yeah. So Tim may not be with us each and every week. He's going to be like the CM Punk.
But when he is, we'll break out the wheel of impressions, and it'll be worth it for everybody. Yes,
absolutely. He may contribute in the chat at times. We may get him on the phone at times, but yeah.
When he calls, we may not answer the phone.
Well, that is true as well. So that is why no Tim. Intern Mark, like I said, is at the farm show. Hopefully he's getting a milkshake at least.
We should have invited him to the podcast. I mean, the invite always stands.
Yes.
But I feel like he doesn't do very much during the week, and then he's like, "It's Thursday, I better go do something."
He probably does. He's like, I went to Roots on Tuesday.
Right. I don't have anything to do Thursday, so let's make plans.
Chase, we're about 40-ish, between 35 and 45 minutes, depending how fast you're going and what way you go.
Right.
To Hershey.
What concert's playing?
Yeah, exactly.
Blocking out the Hershey Park area.
So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's start with the takeover predictions this Sunday.
Yes,
at high noon here on the East Coast. So playing accordingly elsewhere where you are. It's 5:00 in England, and I think they're smart doing it this way because I was like, are they really going to do like a 7 or 8 p.m. show in England, which would be like 3 p.m. here, which is when like the first of the 2 NFL divisional games kick off. So well done, WWE, thinking ahead on this one. So it's a 5 o'clock start in England, noon time here. So that'd be 9 a.m. on the West Coast.
That's Canadian.
Well, I mean,
cheerio.
There's a West Coast of Canada, like Vancouver.
Fish and chips. I don't. What are we talking about here?
Well, there's probably fish and chips.
Is this
in
the
Canada.
fish and chips part of England? Blackpool.
Don't they have that in all parts of England? Mm-hmm. I truly don't know.
I'm not Wikipedia.
I mean, I'm not British either, so I don't know.
You look British. Of all of the 3 count, well, no, Tim looks the most British, I would assume.
Does he?
He's got the blondish hair and he's very pale.
Okay.
Matt, who would you think is the most English?
I was gonna say, like, if Mark, I'd never met Mark, and he came up to me and he started talking to me with a British accent, I wouldn't be like surprised.
That's fair.
They're like, oh well, I guess they got a British guy.
Just be like, right out.
All right, so there's 5 matches on this show. It is NXT Takeover Blackpool 2.
Dose
from the Empress Ballroom in Blackpool, Lancashire, England. 5 matches on the card. We'll start here. Tyler Bate versus Jordan Devlin. I'm going to go Tyler Bate.
I think Bate's a safe bet here. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm very impressed. I wish we could see more Bate in NXT.
In regular
NXT. But I also understand like what they have over there for UK is really, really good. So to not rob them. I mean, we've already stolen what's his name? The bruiser.
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, right. So yeah, Tyler Bate.
Yeah, as much as I would love to see Jordan Devlin win this one, I think Tyler Bates probably just the logical pick.
Charlie, hang on to that take because I watched the very talked about segment from last night, and that's an interesting take, and we'll touch on that here in just a little bit. Trent Seven versus Eddie Dennis. I like Trent here as well. I mean, the card's fine. I mean, this is a solid card. I mean, I think that the women's triple threat could absolutely steal the night, or the day, so to speak.
The day, yeah, that's a good point, Jim.
But I like Trent Seven in this one.
Yeah, and here's where I'm like, it'll show because I'm not really sure the backstory of how we got to some of these matches.
Sure.
I'm just gonna go with Trent Seven as well because kind of the veteran presence of Trent. So Trent Seven. Plus he has a number in his name.
As a former teacher, although not a math teacher, I have to root for Eddie Dennis in this one.
All right. Now we go to the triple threat match for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Kaylee Ray, the champion, defending against Toni Storm and Piper Niven. To me, it was down to Kaylee Ray and Piper Niven because I think, and not that she's not going to continue in NXT UK, but if any indication, I think it looks as Toni Storm may be starting to work a little bit more in regular NXT, based on what kind of occurred last night. I believe she showed up in NXT. So I just think that it's down to these two, and for me, I like Piper Niven to pull what some might consider an upset and become your new NXT Women's Champion.
Jim, I hear what you're saying. But currently, I was just looking up some stuff about UK. Of the UK wrestlers, Toni Storm is the one that's trending right now. So I'm going to say that they're going to ride that.
Oh, they're going to go with the trend.
And realize that the United States viewers have caught on to, like, what is this Toni Storm? Put it on there, get some more eyes on UK.
Or maybe
from this side of the
you'll
pond.
think they'll have the hot hand and then have some random dude nobody's heard of come out from under
the ring. Right.
Nobody would ever
Stephanie
do that.
McMahon will come down. It'll be a thing.
Nobody would ever do that. Matt, who do you got in this one?
For just for the reason that I do think Tony is going over as well. I just think they keep it on Kaylee Ray at this point. I don't think there's enough momentum on Piper Niven at this point.
Fair. Chase says he has a major crush on Rhea Ripley.
Dude, who doesn't?
Who doesn't, right?
Amen.
Yeah, she is fantastic. And scary at the same time. All right, then you got a fatal 4-way tag team ladder match.
How many ways?
Fatal 4-way. And tag team ladder match for the NXT UK Tag Team Championship. You got the team of Gallus versus Imperium, the Grizzled Young Vets, and then Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Man, there's so many good teams. This one could be a lot of fun. This match could be an early add-on to the list of potential matches, the top 5.
I had one from last year's NXT TakeOver UK, Jim, that was really good, and we talked a lot about on this podcast.
I swear I watched that, and I
feel like you didn't.
I feel like I didn't either. But this one, Ryan, maybe I'll watch this one.
I feel like you won't.
I feel like I have to.
They might as well just call this
on again.
They might as well call this AEW TakeOver and just it's off Jim's calendar. Not gonna happen.
No, I'll watch it.
I see Mark might be in the chat. Mark, is it true News 8 is up at the farm show? And if it is, we need you to procure a Kim Lemon autograph 2-3 count Thursday.
Or some autograph. Whatever WGAL talent is at the farm show.
Unless it's Janelle Stelson.
Fuck that bitch.
Well, she ain't Sheryl Crow, but she's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, quick poll in the I don't know if I can do a poll in the comments here.
There's no need to do a poll.
Sheryl Crow, thumbs up or thumbs down? Matt, thumbs up, thumbs down. Sheryl Crow.
Man.
If you have to think about
it. I have to go thumbs down overall. Like, she has 2 songs I enjoy, but the whole library.
Oh my God! What 2 songs would they be?
I really like Favorite Mistake, and I really like Strong Enough.
Okay.
I don't know what either of those songs are, so
you would know My Favorite Mistake.
Yeah, maybe that one.
Yeah,
I don't know what the other one is.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to narrow it down.
Yeah.
But no,
Can you imagine hearing "Soak Up the Sun" right now? Right.
I hate Sheryl Crow.
Now that I think about the picture with Kid Rock, thumbs down. 2 thumbs down.
There you go. Thank you. Mark and Jason gave her a thumbs down. So a couple years ago,
Brittany Grazillo was there last year.
My mom and
Garzillo, not Grazillo.
My mom and stepdad had tickets to. I don't know if it wasn't like a Sheryl Crow concert, but it was like one of those mini festival things at Hershey,
like Lilith Fairlight,
something like that, or like Not Farm Aid. But they're like, hey, do you guys want to go with us? We have free tickets. And I was like, I don't know.
Free's a good price.
And then they're like, it's headlined by Sheryl Crow. I'm like, wow, you really could not have sold that any worse. We're going to hard pass on this one.
No.
Chase, the farm show is up in Harrisburg, and it literally is like a convention for farming.
Yeah, it's like bring your animals. They have a big food court, delicious food. The fried cheese curds are phenomenal.
I've heard about those.
And they have really good milkshakes there. And then it's like farm exhibits, and then they have little sailing area where they
is this the one where they do the tractor square dancing?
Yes.
I feel like that, Chase. I feel like you would love that.
Yes, it's probably one of Chase's favorite types.
They do like the sheep to shawl.
Did you have to learn square dancing in school?
I think I did.
Because I fucking remember doing that.
I feel like I did.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like I did.
I've never used trig in regular life, and I've never used square dancing in regular life.
Mark says he hopes to get the farm show smell off my clothes. Yeah,
dude, it does stink.
I had to get my clothes dry cleaned after the Night to Remember wrestling show that was there.
It's 10 times worse.
I'm sure, because
brutal.
there's actual livestock there this week. And then the animals are there too. Hey!
Folks,
just kidding. Just
here-
kidding.
we're
no,
here
I'm
all
just
night.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
we're here all night. Remember those like steaks you love to eat? They're grown by farmers, you fat fuck.
That's a huge bitch.
That's what they say.
So
Speaking
yeah,
of which, I heard she's coming back soon.
I mean, probably. So I got.
Lee had to learn middle school square dancing.
Yeah. I feel like that's just a thing around here.
I don't know why. It's
I
stupid.
don't remember that at all.
Oh, I definitely
I think you
learned
might
it.
have been sick that day, man.
Hopefully.
I vaguely remember it. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny.
Chase said square dancing was actually popular in the 90s.
Yeah, the 1890s.
Oh,
hey!
You know what I remember dance like popular in the 90s?
What's
The
that?
Macarena.
Oh, no, that's true.
That's not
actually,
a joke. That's
that
just-
actually was a thing. That was.
That
popular.
I remember doing in like music class in elementary school.
The Macarena?
Yeah.
See, I remember doing that
Middle school
at our
dances.
middle school dance to high school. Like the entire fucking class was doing the Macarena.
Yeah, and it was guys on one side, girls on the other.
Oh yeah,
'cause, you
for
know.
sure. But like we learned it in like sixth
Oh,
grade.
sure. For sure. For sure. Remember playing the recorder? That was shit.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Nah, fuck hot cross buns. It's the worst.
The recorder was actually an answer or question, if you will, in the Jeopardy GOAT tournament the other day.
Have you been watching that?
Yeah.
Oh, I talked about it a little bit on the pre-show, post-show tonight. Now I didn't watch tonight's yet. Like we've been catching them a day behind, but it is just fantastic watching. Like probably what I consider to be the three smartest people alive. Doing
it's high quality television.
Oh my god! And then like an idiot,
Vince McMahon's on the show?
no, it's Dave Meltzer, Brad Shepard. I tried to watch regular Jeopardy tonight. Don't mix the two.
Derp.
Just cancel regular Jeopardy until the greatest of all time thing
Dude,
is
I'm not
over.
going to lie. I love watching, like, the high school kids because I feel fucking
you can
smart.
answer the question.
Yeah, I do.
I knew
I'll own it.
over the first two nights a total of 4 games because they do 2 games per night.
Right.
I mean, I got probably about 10 or 12 questions.
How many did you know? And, like, other ones you were like, I'm probably right. Because you're not wagering any money on, like, buzzing in.
Right. There was probably, I would say, probably a good, like, 12 to 15 that I knew, absolutely knew. And then there was some where I was like, I think it's this. And then I got some of those right.
I knew it.
But there were some whole categories that I was just, no, I'm never, not, no.
All right, so here's the square dancing update. Mark square danced in 5th grade.
Okay.
They did square dancing in Ohio. Chase can confirm that. Jason, however, said it skipped over Pittsburgh. So it was moving west. Square dancing skipped over Pittsburgh.
It leapt over Pittsburgh.
Landed in Ohio. They still make kids play the recorder. I can confirm that as well. And
because of your niece.
Mark, at the farm show, wore a flannel shirt because he thought he would fit in better.
I mean, that's actually a smart play. And then Devin says we should all be watching TakeOver on Sunday because none of our NFL teams are still playing.
That is very true.
So that is accurate.
At least one of our NFL teams had an extra game and won more than, like, I don't know, 3 games?
I mean,
how many games did the Dolphins win?
5.
You couldn't even get, like, the good draft pick right.
Right. You couldn't even tank well.
Right.
Right.
I'm assuming they're going to pick up a quarterback, though.
Yeah, I think they have like 4 or 5 first-round picks too.
They'll get somebody.
Yeah, less than a month officially until the XFL kicks off. That's why I have the old Hitman flag.
I'm pretty excited
over
for
my
it. I'll
left
give it a
left
watch.
shoulder. Yeah, they announced the rules. The Tuesday.
Yes, I saw that.
Some interesting stuff. I recommend going to their website and checking them out.
It's interesting.
Jason, we already adopted, at least in this house, in the 3-count house,
Houston
our
Roughnecks.
teams. I'm a Dallas Renegade.
The Houston Roughnecks.
Matt, you are a New York Guardian, I believe.
Correct.
Tim was the Defenders, I believe, the DC Defenders.
And Brittany also picked a team.
And I think intern Mark was a.
He might have been the Snakes.
Was he the Viper? I think he might have been the Vipers.
That or the Blue Barracudas.
And I don't remember who Brittany was.
I think Brittany took the Vipers.
Okay.
She's like down south that way.
Yes. So I feel like it was Mark.
The
There's
Silver
only three
Monkeys?
left. There's either the Seattle Dragons, the St. Louis Battlehawks, or the L.A. I'm going to call them the L.A. Extreme because that was in the first XFL. The L.A.
The LA Kiss.
Wildcats. No, that was the arena team.
Oh, right.
Ripperoonie
to them.
The LA Wildcats?
Yeah, it's the Wildcats.
That's definitely Mark's team. I mean, the Wildcat.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
feel
true.
like, did we already lose him in the group chat? Is he gone?
We might have. Brian, he
doesn't
He's
remember
sniffing
either.
livestock fumes. He's probably passed out.
Poor bastard.
I mean, he did it to himself.
He
Nobody
did.
forced him to go there.
Have you ever gone to the farm show? It's a racket. You got to park like forever away, catch a bus to get there.
A bus?
And it's an old like school bus.
Ugh.
It's a racket.
Damn.
What the hell was I naming?
What
The
do you mean?
Silver Monkeys and the Blue Barracudas.
I don't know what the hell you were. I thought you were just.
I thought they were the.
I thought you were just being a dick.
Teams. No.
That's Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Hidden Temple team. That's right.
If you're still with us, God bless you. Give it a like. Share the video.
Somebody
start a watch party.
Sneeze?
Start a watch party. Did you start a watch party?
I did.
I started a watch party.
I didn't yet.
We'll start a watch party. Everybody
really-
start
we had
watch
a
party.
really good show
go to
last
your
week. I wanna
Facebook.
thank
Everybody do a watch party right now. That'll get more and more people in here. We want to interact with everybody.
I don't know how to do it right now.
Anyway, back. I think we were in the.
Devin's rooting for the New York Guardians as well.
There you go. There you go.
Well, my team's doomed. No, I'm just kidding.
You know who would have fit in well with this XFL squad? Last year's Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's kind of accurate. I mean, it's a little.
Jim, you got the coach you wanted, right? Chip Kelly.
How's that? You talking about the Dolphins in the XFL?
Oh.
No, Mike McCarthy, new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Thank
He
God.
had a great year last year, so
Hey,
I get it.
I mean, I bet he didn't frustrate as many people as Jason Garrett did.
Want to say that again?
Exactly.
I'm happy. Grows out.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
New OC. I'll take.
You
that.
guys should probably look at like a new medical staff and like
Probably.
strength and training staff.
Probably.
Like, those are probably two positions that shouldn't still have a job in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Legit 100%.
Although I
did
think
you see the Mike McCarthy Tommy Boy?
Oh, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
it's true. I didn't know it was a meme.
I do
do this every fucking week. I drop my lid again.
This is what I compared Mike McCarthy to. I was talking to a guy at work. He doesn't suit up well. It's a very fat guy thing to do. He doesn't suit up well. And I feel like they gave him like a Jason Garrett level chair because he's a bigger guy. And like, so I feel like he was sitting front in the chair and using the table to like not break the chair. I think he was afraid. And I can say this because I'm a fat guy because I've been there.
You've been there.
I've been there.
You've eaten out on the deck with that cheap ass
the
plastic chair.
cheap ass plastic chairs.
And the fucking chair's wobbling.
Yeah,
It's not
sit-
moving, but
and
it's
I
wobbling.
Sit down and it feels like it's you're going
Yep,
left
you're
and
going
right the whole
down.
time. So you have to sit forward.
Yep.
Most uncomfortable meal, and then it's obviously in the summer because you're eating outside, so you're like sweating.
Yep.
Because
Why
you're.
are you so hot? It's not that hot out. Don't you feel the breeze, Jim?
I'm sitting here leaning against the table. Now I'm praying the table doesn't break.
How do your calves feel after that?
Horrible. They cramp during the meal because
Yep.
I'm sweating.
Because you're sweat. Yep.
It's the worst. It's
and you're holding yourself up from there too. Yep.
right. That's what it looked like.
We fat boys.
With Mike McCarthy. Jason, I'm not sure who your team. I don't care if he's a yes man. He's still going to be a better coach than Jason Garrett as a yes man.
Right.
Like,
He's at least proven himself
right.
to
He's
be a
done
coach.
9 out of 12 playoff years. He went to 4 NFC title games. He won a fucking Super Bowl.
Right.
None of those things Jason Garrett can say.
Jason gets the thing about the chair. Hell yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Give me.
Who are you pulling for the Super Bowl, Jim?
I'm giving my support to the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
How about you?
I also am giving my. They're just so fun to fucking watch.
They are, and I feel like if I believed in having a second team, they would be my.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Matt, who are you lending support to for the remainder?
To the Chiefs, I think Andy deserves to win, and now that the Eagles did, I'm fine with him winning one.
Okay, that's a good call.
I wouldn't hate the Chiefs winning either. Actually, at this point, the only the only team left that I don't want to have win is Seattle.
That's fair.
If anybody else
I
wins,
also don't want the Vikings to win.
well, I feel like you have a very hateful relationship with Vikings Twitter.
I do.
So
Well, that's
I can get that. I can get
That's
that.
enough. Cousin Brian would be sad.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd be okay with it. I don't have a problem.
I really don't need Green Bay to win either. Like if
Well, I don't think they
on.
will either. I don't. I think
there was a really interesting a stat I just saw, and I was just sidebarring again, but something along the lines of in the last 5-ish, 6-ish years,
okay.
a quarterback of the winning team of the Super Bowl has not accounted for more than like 15% of their salary cap.
So the Vikings are out.
So the Vikings would be out, and
Garoppolo would be out. Niners would be out.
No, Garoppolo is only about 12% of the entire Niners thing. The only other team that would be out
Green Bay.
is Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then you have like the entire AFC, which is about 2 and 3% of their teams.
Well, yeah, because Tannehill wasn't getting paid a lot. Lamar Jackson's rookie deal.
Right.
Mahomes is still in a rookie deal.
Yeah.
And who's the other one?
I don't know.
Texans. Deshaun Watson's still in a rookie deal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's wild to see. I'd love to find the picture again. If somebody could find it and send it to the 3-count page, I'd be forever indebted.
And Kirk Cousins isn't. He has a big money deal, doesn't he?
Up in
Minnesota.
Up in Minnie? Yes,
Yeah.
I believe.
Russell Wilson does.
Wilson.
So and basically
I think there's only one team.
So
in the
Garoppolo would
NFC.
be the only. Man, I would have thought his because I thought he signed a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. There it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Oh,
What's
well,
up?
Jason says fuck the Ravens, so he's not a Ravens fan apparently. Yeah, Chase.
He's from Pittsburgh. He's a Steelers fan.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So, who are you lending support to?
Yeah,
now,
who are?
Chase still wishes his Browns could find a coach.
You got to find a team, my guy.
What's up, William? Welcome in, bud.
Pittsburgh. Who are you? Who are Yins? Is that what they say?
Who are Yins?
Who are Yins rooting for?
Lee says he's going with the Chiefs.
There it is.
Chase can't support the Ravens because they're Browns rival. Makes sense.
That's fair. Get
So
over
are
it,
you
but-
pulling for anybody in particular as well, Chase? Now back to NXT TakeOver Blackpool.
That's a great question, Jim, and I'm glad you brought it up. I'm going with the Imperium to win this tag team match.
I don't know if I said it. I can't remember that far back. I'm going with. Oh yeah, there was the giggle, dude. Like that is your default.
I don't hear it. That's solid.
It is. I'm going with Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster.
He has a fun name to say, so I get why you did it.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with it. It's just if I can say that more times, Flash Morgan Webster. I think my life will be better.
Oh,
because of
Flash, you're so funky.
Matt.
I also wanted to go with Andrews and Flash just because they don't have like the team name.
Right. Williams got family in Baltimore, so he's going to go with the Ravens, and Chase is going to root for the Titans. I'd be fine. What a fucking story that would be.
Man,
Ryan Tannehill taking out Bray. How was Mike Vrabel with the clock management? That was so much fun to watch.
Brilliant.
Like, here's the thing, and this is what I always say. I've never been hurt by the Patriots, so like the whole Patriots dynasty thing. Like as a sports fan, I've had a hell of a time watching it. They've never hurt me. Dallas never made it far enough for them to hurt me.
Yeah,
so I never had a problem.
I was gutted when the Patriots beat the Eagles in the college Super Bowl. I mean, gutted.
Oh yeah.
Just hammered drunk.
That was your first Super Bowl.
That was my first Super Bowl, and it gutted me, man. So to like beat, oh man,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think they can't hurt you anymore.
They can't
because you already have that. You have that one. But yeah, like watching Vrabel, Belichick.
Did you see this little video?
Oh yeah. The Paul Rudd from Hot Ones.
Yeah, look at us.
Do you enjoy Hot? Do you ever watch Hot Ones?
I haven't. I enjoy this clip. The clip is hilarious.
Hot Ones is a fun watch on YouTube. They're about a half hour long.
Okay.
So once I get around to watching the takeover thing from last year and season 3 of Glow, I think you can get around to watching some Hot Ones.
Dude, season 3 of Glow was really good, Jim.
I know. I watched the first episode and I haven't gotten past it yet.
Wait, just the first episode ever?
No, the first episode of the third season.
Okay.
No, I watched the first 2 seasons. So yeah, like I said, maybe I'll get a good flu and I can just catch up on everything.
Why would you wish that?
Well, no, I'm not wishing I get the flu, but I'm saying like maybe I will, and then I can actually catch up on stuff. Because otherwise I can't. Because funny thing about weekly TV shows, they have new episodes every week.
They do.
It's fucking crazy.
Dude, Manifest came back.
I haven't even watched that yet.
You know what? It's not important enough then.
It is, though.
The little boy?
Shut up. Don't. Just don't. Singles match for the NXT UK Championship. You got Walter defending against Joe Coffey. I got Walter to retain, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Walter's the man.
I think Walter definitely retains, and they killed Cal in the first episode. They don't. He's not dead. You know he's not dead, but they want you to think he's dead. In the first episode of the singles match for the WWE United Kingdom Championship, Walter retains.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
What a fucking asshole.
Swerve.
Matt, you got anything else to spoil for me? Or?
No, didn't Ryan set the standard of like, what was it, 2 weeks?
Oh, 2 weeks is far too long.
You didn't even give anyone like 2 days.
This
before
came out
doing that.
Monday, my guy. Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday,
3 days.
podcast. Wednesday, wrestling and Wednesday night Chicago's. Plus, there was a live hockey game.
The Chicago shows were enough and important enough to.
I've been invested in the Chicago shows for at least 5 years.
That's a good point.
Plus, there was the Capitals Flyers last night. And,
all right, the guy doesn't die. All right, I'm just fucking with you. Does that make it any better?
And then podcast tonight. Plus, it's a Jeopardy greatest of all time tournament.
It's appointment TV, Jim. They didn't kill the guy. He's still alive.
See, now I don't know what to believe.
His hair's a little bit longer, though, because some time has passed.
Well, naturally. Matt, who wins the UK Championship?
Walter.
All right. So, again, that is noon on the East Coast. Plan accordingly. Wherever you live, you know what time it is. But on the award-winning WWE Network.
You know what time it is.
Jushin Thunder Liger, retired. His final match was this past weekend at Wrestle Kingdom. 35 plus years in the business. This entire first page of my notes is a portion of the career highlights. He was a CMLL Universal Champion in 2010. CML World Middleweight Champion, World Tag Team Champion. He held titles in Dragon Gate, NWA. New Japan obviously is where he had his most achievements. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion 11 times. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champion 6 times. He was top/best of Super Juniors 3 times in his career, most recently in 2001. PWI is number 8 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in 2000, number 12 in the top 500 of the PWI years in 2003. He was ranked 47th in the top 100 tag teams in the PWI years in 2003. He was also a WCW light heavyweight champion, won numerous Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards, Best Gimmick in 89, Best Flying Wrestler from 89 to 93, Technical Wrestler 89 to 92, Best Wrestling Maneuver, the Shooting Star Press in 87 and 88, Match of the Year in 1990, Most Outstanding Wrestler 90 through 92, Rookie of the Year tied with Tom Zank in 84, and he was in the 1999 class of the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. In 99. Again, that is just a portion of the accolades for Jushin Liger. And this is the unfortunate thing for me personally. I don't have a long history of knowledge of Jushin Liger matches. Growing up, I pretty much watched WWF. Obviously, I only got into WCW in the Monday Night Wars era. Only, I think, I have watched very few New Japan shows over the last couple of years. It just my wrestling world was very small up until around the time this show started and over the past few years.
I think that's the case for a lot of wrestling fans.
Sure. The internet obviously
here.
Changed the game.
It absolutely did.
And
streaming services have changed the game.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been in the business for 35 years. I'm 34.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he was winning Rookie of the Year before I was even born. And I mean, his match with Tyler Breeze at, I think it was one of the Brooklyn takeovers was a fantastic match. And that's in the tail portion of his career. So obviously one of the all-time greats. I don't know if you guys have anything really more to add to, but we couldn't go through this week without acknowledging the career of Jushin Liger.
Right. I mean, the first thing that really popped in my mind was he wrestled on the very first WCW Nitro. Wrestled Brian Pillman. That was back in 95. I mean, the guy's career is just unreal. In 95, like, his career was, he was a well-known name, Jushin Liger. Like, that's why he was there for the opening show in the Mall of America. So just what a career. Really revolutionized professional wrestling and an absolute standout in Japan and deserves and has earned every accolade given to him this past week. The end.
Matt, I don't know if you had anything else to add.
Oh, no, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, it's just always been a pleasure to watch him, even though it's just been more recently for me that I've really started to, like, see him more and more in the ring. But no denying what he did for the wrestling industry and a great way for him to go out. I thought it was a great tribute to him.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the video of their time, and I know he had send-offs in pretty much everywhere he worked over the last year. I think the announcement was made that he was going to be retiring at Wrestle Kingdom 14, which was this past weekend. So, everywhere he went was kind of this retirement tour. And when you have a legend of his caliber, I think that's what the smart thing and the right thing to do as well. All right, let's look back. I know, Ryan, you didn't watch Raw this past week, but probably the most noteworthy piece of news is that Brock Lesnar is entering the Royal Rumble match at position number 1. Brock is entering the.
Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yes, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yeah, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yes, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to.
We hit a couple of them.
Yeah, few.
Not contracted to accept the daisy isn't here. No, accept the daisies.
Thanks to our friends at Smart Mark Couch for that. What a great song.
Yeah, Smart Mark roommates, I believe.
Whatever. Thanks either way.
Yeah. So he's entering at number 1 because, as Paul Heyman's promo said, there's no worthy competitors.
There is none.
Challengers to the
none
to the Universal title, or excuse me, the WWE title at
Yes.
this point. I keep forgetting they flipped on us. So he's entering at number 1. I assume, and they didn't, explicitly point this out, but I assume, either A, whoever wins the Rumble or whoever would eliminate Brock would get the match with him at WrestleMania.
Man.
The title is not on the line.
Not on the line.
I mean, maybe if you go to WWE.com and read the results, it may say that.
Denise is here.
I'm not sure. Hi, Denise. Backing up back here. Intern Mark said Liger's fist matches in WCW against the Young. I think he meant first matches, not fist matches. That's on Raw next week.
That's going to be on Raw, that fist fight.
Against the young Brian Pillman were great. Lee says he was lucky enough to meet Jushin Liger in Elizabeth, New Jersey when he appeared in Ring of Honor. So that had to be a really cool moment.
Have you been to Elizabeth, New Jersey, Jim?
I haven't.
It is just beautiful this time of year.
Is it? I don't necessarily believe that, but I'll take your word for it.
The sun always comes out on Elizabeth.
What?
New Jersey.
What? What does that even mean?
The sun is always there.
Okay. It's always sunny in Elizabeth, New Jersey?
Lunar eclipse tomorrow.
I know there's a full moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a full moon tomorrow.
It's the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Jason says it's a shithole. So it's either always sunny or it's a shithole or somewhere in between.
Hey, there's Denise.
So obviously a lot of people not happy that Brock won't be defending the WWE title at Royal Rumble. It's a different way, different treatment for this year's Rumble.
He's going to work a long match. Quit bitching.
There you go.
Squash match, 2-minute matches, 3-minute matches. Motherfucker's going to be in there for about 60-some minutes.
As long as it is not Cain Velasquez.
I think we'll see Cain Velasquez.
I think we'll see Cain Velasquez.
And I think Brock Lesnar will deposit him on the outside.
I think so, too.
I think we'll see Matt Riddle, and he will be deposited on the outside.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think the Rumble will be won by Roman Reigns.
You think so?
Who will then challenge Bray Wyatt for the championship.
Oh, I see.
Still not having a competitor for Brock Lesnar because nobody is worthy. And then they'll tell the story between there and Mania of who's going to challenge him.
Twitter account WrestleVotes, which is a fairly successful prognosticator with the sources throwing that word around. But they said source says WWE is doing this Lesnar in the Rumble angle as a way to set up Brock's Mania matchup, which could signal it's against someone from SmackDown or NXT. As Heyman mentioned it a few times in the promo, it opens up a world of possibilities. So, yeah, because, I mean, I think that's the only way you're going to get a cross-brand.
I agree.
And if you want to get somebody from SmackDown to Raw, you could do it this way. Because I think if they become WWE champion, I think the championship would have to stay.
I believe so.
On Raw. So if you instead of doing like a trade thing,
or you could wait till Survivor Series, the only time of the year.
It is the only time
that brands will fight each other.
It is. Charlie says one word, ... Punk.
Apparently I was wrong. Jason thinks Elizabeth's a shithole. Lee says it's a sunny shithole, but I don't know.
So it's either always sunny, it's a shithole, or it's a sunny shithole.
So you know what? Maybe I was right.
That's what we know. That's what we know right now.
And this time of year,
is it better? Is it better than Asbury Park?
I don't know. Asbury Park. I had my first Wegmans experience in an Asbury Park.
Yeah. We did the PBR podcast might be returning this year.
Really?
They're thinking about
taking some time off.
They have. Mike had a kid.
Oh,
Derek D does a lot of voiceovers.
Oh, okay. He's got lips and an esophagus.
Yeah.
A tongue.
Jesus. Matt, your thoughts on Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble?
I mean, it's different. So, I mean, let's see what happens. I'm not going to criticize it too much. If he wins, I'd probably be a little annoyed, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, I don't. I think Ryan is hitting the nail on the head that Roman. I feel like this is Roman's Rumble to win.
Yep, and people will still boo.
Of course.
They ram him down our throat all the time. I'm sick of Roman Reigns.
Now, if Reigns does win and hypothetically speaking goes on to face The Fiend at WrestleMania, is Reigns going to be the one to is Reigns going to be the one to defeat The Fiend? That's the big question.
You know it.
Like I don't know how I would feel. Jason could not have timed.
That was a perfect time.
That comment. Perfect. So Charlie's in the comments counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to theoretically, and I knew where he was going with Punk's music.
Cult of Personality.
And before he had a chance to type Cult of Personality, Jason said Punk isn't coming back. Facepalm. He's so overrated.
Great timing.
Perfect timing. Here's the thing. I don't know that I would have a problem, so to speak, if Roman Reigns is the one to defeat The Fiend. I think it would still be a little early for that.
I think so.
And maybe he'll defeat Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend.
Yeah, maybe.
But man, if he defeats The Fiend, you thought that him beating The Undertaker was bad.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna that Monday after Mania.
This
on
is
Twitter.
my yard again.
Oh, actually, we'd have to wait until the Friday after.
Oh man, I hate that.
That's gonna suck. That's the part that like the SmackDown after Mania.
With that Friday going into Mania.
Ooh. Maybe this will be my yard again. Maybe will be the promo from Roman Reigns. But yeah, we'll see where this plays out. A couple other things from Raw on this week is
Get out of my yard.
Rusev has vowed that the Bulgarian Brute Rusev will be returning this coming week to face Bobby Lashley. So
Bitch better be barefoot then.
Bob!
He better be. But so it sounds like no more fun and games, Rusev. And then the return of all returns. It's the one we've been waiting for. The Big Show returned this week.
Didn't even know he was still on the active roster.
I didn't either. But he has now wrestled in 4 different decades.
Okay.
Pretty impressive. And also, there was a "We Want Big Show" chant on Monday Night Raw in an episode in the year 2020. That is a thing that happened. I would have never guessed it. 2020 gave me one of my biggest surprises of the year
already
on the very first one. Jason brings up a great question. He says, I heard on Cornette's drive-thru today that Hogan was going to wrestle at WrestleMania. Is that true? Now, I have seen some tweets from Hogan where apparently he has a full white beard.
Yeah, terrifying.
It is the saddest, scariest picture I've ever seen. But he's pretty yoked up too.
Right.
And he keeps like tweeting about wanting to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, look, I don't know.
It's back in the Silverdome, brother.
It's back in the Silverdome. Where's WrestleMania this year? Tampa.
Yeah.
That's right. It's the explosion one. I fucking don't need it.
Hope not. Yeah,
But,
I just hope not.
You know, I've time to go grill a fucking full steak dinner for him to get to the ring.
Oh, come
wrestle.
on. He's not the Iron Sheik.
I mean,
although this could be the year they both return, Jim.
Ooh.
Who knows?
We got like Hogan, Flair, and Sheik in a triple threat.
Who knows,
Triple
Jim?
threat.
The WWE often mirrors reality.
Yeah, certainly does. But yeah, so the Big Show's back. I hope it's and here's no offense to the Big Show. Hope it's just kind of a one-off, short-term deal that we're seeing him around. We don't need more Big Show in 2020. Today on Twitter, PWI announced their Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even see it. Is it Seth Rollins?
It is not Seth Rollins.
Really?
Matt, do you know who it is? Or do you have a guess who it is?
Is it Chris Jericho?
Close.
So it's Moxley.
No.
Oh, that was SI's.
That was SI. Jericho was second. Then they said it was the closest voting of the decade.
Wow.
I'll give each of you one more guess. Matt, if you have it, Ryan's smoking through his brain.
Is it Kofi?
Not Kofi.
I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt.
Not Bray Wyatt.
No clue.
PWI's Wrestler of 2019 is indeed Adam Cole.
Okay, that's solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Adam
that makes
Cole.
sense.
Their unofficial Twitter poll had predicted it, but they confirmed it today. The PWI Wrestler of the Year issue is available for digital download and print pre-order at pwi-online.com. Baby!
That makes sense.
No, I think
can't argue that one.
No,
bit.
And I know I took issue to Moxley being SI's number one because I thought Jericho was more deserving out of people in AEW. I thought Cody was more deserving out of people in AEW, and it's not a slight on Moxley, but I also I thought Kofi had a better year than in terms of a wrestling year than John Moxley. And I mean Adam Cole without a doubt had one of the best years.
You had Jericho there as 2, right? Do you have the top 5?
No, the only tweet I saw from them today just said that it was down to those two.
Got it.
But yeah, I didn't have a chance to get into the website and find the full.
I'm not upset.
Okay, that's good. Jason says #Fat Jericho.
Huh? That picture is not very flattering of him.
No, it's
That's a huge bitch.
So Tuesday night was WWE Backstage, as it is every Tuesday night on FS1. This week, The Miz was one of the guests, and I guess when he came out or at some point on their show, he said the line, "Oh, sorry, I didn't change the culture," which I believe is what
it was very snarky.
CM Punk said when he made his surprise return. So in a tweet that was very AEW-like because it was deleted, CM Punk tweeted, "Go suck a blood money covered dick in Saudi Arabia, you fucking dork." That was at 7 a.m. the next morning.
Yep.
Quickly deleted.
Yeah.
So obviously that was the topic of discussion on the social medias yesterday morning.
Of course it was.
Here's the thing. I don't hate the tweet. Like, I know people were saying like, "Oh, if he's working with Fox and he's working with WWE, you know, even though he's a Fox employee, but he's still kind of working with the WWE, like, you can't say stuff like that." And I'm sure the WWE is not happy, and I'm sure Fox isn't happy. I'm like, first off, they're probably tickled pink because everybody's fucking talking about it.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
But also, I'm like, now some of the language or like tone of the tweet may not have been the most favorable for them, but in the same time,
what
I'm like,
part would that have been? The blood covered or the dick?
I think blood money covered dick is probably
those
just
okay,
those
words.
4-word phrase.
So take it out and read the tweet. Take those words out.
Well, I mean, I
get it.
have to leave dick in there. So go suck a dick in Saudi Arabia, you fucking dork. Still not great.
Still not great. Never mind.
Yeah. So maybe if he just took out the go
Why don't
suck
you
a
say
blood
go
money.
suck your thumb?
Maybe if he just said you fucking dork, it wouldn't have been as bad.
Maybe.
But like, here's the thing. I kind of compared it, and I don't remember who I was tweeting with, to like any of the talking heads on sports radio.
Right.
Like, they were like, Clay Travis works for Fox Sports Radio. Stephen A. Smith works for ESPN, and all of this stuff. Like, like Stephen A. Smith like bashes the Cowboys all the time. Like Skip Bayless bashes anything that's not a Cowboy.
Yep.
And you know, a lot of sports analysts bash the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball if something warrants that. The NBA is not firing them because they don't work for the NBA.
Sure.
And the stations that they work for aren't firing them because they're giving their opinion. That's what they're paid to do. Like, in a way, not what Punk said, but him commenting on the show is kind of what he's paid to do.
Yeah.
Like, again, probably went over the line with some of the verbiage there.
Probably.
Definitely.
Okay. And that's coming from me.
Yeah. Now, if he just would have said something about, like, you know, because is there a way? Let me ask you this: is there a way to bring Saudi Arabia into, like, if you're going to take that shot?
Right.
Is there a way to do that that's not in poor taste or not, like, you get what I'm trying to ask?
Not at that time, man. Like, that blood money Saudi Arabia comment has nothing to do with The Miz and everything to do with the WWE.
Okay.
I don't like what you said. Go suck a dick. You know what I mean? And that's even a bad, like, in 2019, that gives, like, the illusion that, you know, you're casting, like, a negative light on homosexuality. You know, you can go that far. It's 2020, Jim. You absolutely can.
You can, but I don't. If you tell somebody go suck a dick, I don't think they mean that's a bad thing. Or,
they also don't mean, oh, what you said was gay. As you're homosexual, it's still a slander. Gay is not a word that you should use to describe things anymore.
Okay, I can see that. I don't know.
Jim, your point's retarded. I can't say that.
No, you're correct.
Right, so your point's gay. It's the same thing. You can't say that anymore. In 2020, 2019, whatever, for better or worse, you shouldn't say things like that.
You shouldn't say suck a dick.
I don't think you should say go suck a dick.
Okay.
As an insult to somebody.
Okay.
I also don't think you say go suck your thumb, but
yeah,
that doesn't work either.
It doesn't have the same feel to it.
I mean, it's a very unprofessional tweet.
Certainly.
Regardless if it got people talking or not. Could you imagine saying that representing your company? And I get it's totally different.
Sure. No, I couldn't imagine.
Even if you were putting down a competitor company.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, it's not.
Let's say you're a tire salesman. And you
work for Jack Williams Tire.
And you say, hey, ABC Tire, you suck. Go suck a dick.
Go suck a dick.
And it's known you work at Jack Williams Tire.
I mean,
that's not a great look.
Jack Williams Tire is probably not going to be too happy with me. You're
that's
right.
At Jack Williams Tire on Twitter. At Jack Williams Tire. I don't know if that's true. Don't look him up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And, like, I know one of Punk's hang-ups with the WWE and his frustrations from his documentary the other year was the fact that Miz main evented a WrestleMania and he never did.
Sure.
But it's like, first off, man, he main evented WrestleMania, what, 27? That was almost a decade ago, for starters. Like, you held the WWE Championship for over a year.
Yeah.
In an era where, like, that title was just hot potatoed around the locker room.
Where that didn't happen. Yeah.
Bounced around all the time. So, like, and I get, like, main eventing WrestleMania is kind of the thing everybody wants to do. It's like, you know, like, that's the big thing in the business. But, like, man, that company was invested in you. Like, I've obviously very much softened my stance on CM Punk, and but, like, yeah.
So you're saying your boy Miz did nothing wrong with his shot? I mean, if you make a comment, I would respect a comment back.
Right, and that's the thing. I think
volley back and forth a little bit, but
exactly,
it's not like Miz went out there and been like, I'm gonna fuck AJ Lee.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
he just a cheap little pop.
Right, and that's the thing. And if Punk, if Punk would have came back, with well, I'll have you on your, have me on your reality show. If you had taken a shot at the Miz and Mrs. show or something, that's a fun little back and forth.
Sure.
Like I feel like it did kind of go 0 to 100.
It kind of did.
I
mean, there were countless Santa's Little Helper jokes that he could have popped.
And it certainly could have. But again, I mean, right, wrong, or indifferent, people are talking. I don't know when the next time Punk is scheduled to be on backstage, but I'm sure people will be watching the next time that he is. Part of me, and maybe this is just the cynic in me, and maybe this was just all planned. Like maybe this is just like, hey, Miz, go out and say this. I don't think WWE.
That's such good shit.
Like I don't think WWE told Punk to tweet that.
That seems rough.
But yeah, that seems pretty rough. But like,
I just don't love it. I don't. Like I said, I don't think you can say the R word anymore. You shouldn't call things gay. That's not. I don't know. That's just my take on it. I didn't love it.
Okay, Matt, any thoughts there?
I mean, I don't think I think it's a little overboard. I've never thought of like the suck a dick or suck my dick thing to be homophobic. Like I get how it can be, but I've always like kind of put that in the same vein as like kiss my ass. So I've never had that issue with it, but still, it's not something that should have been said.
Yeah, and I think I'm kind of in the same side as Matt there. Like, and I do understand what you're saying,
mm-hmm.
that it could, if you really want to stretch it out.
Can I be honest with like where that thought really ever came from was just last week with like the Joey Ryan tweet about using Liv Morgan and her homosexual twist as shock value. Like that's kind of where I'm kind of drawing that from, and I've given it thought, and I work with people of all genders and on all orientations and everything, and I'm trying really hard to be like much more accepting in 2020. So I feel like that's where that comes from. Do I directly have a problem with it? No. Am I guilty of saying a lot of the shit that I shouldn't say? Absolutely. I poke fun at people's weight all the time on this show.
I mean, we do it to ourselves.
But seeing that tweeted out by somebody who uses like sexuality as a big part of their gimmick, it just caught my attention, and I think that's where most
I saw
of it
that
stems
tweet
from.
too, and obviously, like I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to tell anybody, regardless of sexual orientation, how to feel.
Right.
But like, I personally, even after seeing that tweet, like I don't think. I mean, yes, they were using, Bobby, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Lana. Like that was the shocking thing.
Right.
But I don't think. I don't think it was like using, because I think the implication, or maybe the flat out statement of Joey Ryan, is that like they were trying to exploit it as a bad thing.
I don't think they were exploiting it as a bad thing. They were exploiting somebody's sexuality as the shock value, because going into it, you assumed Liv was straight. So the big shock, the big twist was Liv's a lesbian. Wow.
Okay.
And that was the big twist.
Okay.
I mean, unlike like the Billy Gunn, that gay marriage thing, they were gay all along.
But now here's the thing though. Like,
and actually, if I remember right, they weren't gay all along. Like Billy Gunn was even like, this isn't even real.
Right.
Like at the day of the wedding.
Right. They were like
kind of reverse of
right. Like, but if there was somebody that you knew,
hi Frank. Frank's here.
Because I mean, in a soap opera or in a TV show, if a character at a wedding in a TV show or movie or whatever stands up at that moment where they say, speak now or forever hold your peace, and be like, I slept with somebody last night, and everybody's like, oh my God, the groom had an affair with so and so.
That's what everybody.
And the woman's like, no, I slept with her.
Right.
Like,
that's shocking.
Right, that's shocking. But I don't think anybody is going to flip out, get mad, get angry, or like try and necessarily like expose that this TV show was just using gay for shock value. Like, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I didn't never necessarily understand the tweet from Joey Ryan. Like,
and I thought you were more woke.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean it's. I mean, in your
I don't think there's a problem. He didn't mention a problem. Like, and I don't know. It's just his opinion. I don't. It's not my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
it caught my attention, and it's like, hey, I can probably be better at this.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I don't think that angle was anything like bad towards like the LGBTQ community. And this is my opinion. Again,
that's fair, right?
This is just my thought.
Opinions are
and also I also don't think like suck a dick is a homophobic
okay
thing. I think it's more kiss my ass.
I mean, if you were to suck my dick, that would be a homophobic act.
That would be a homosexual act. Yes.
Okay.
But like this, like the statement in and of itself, like, hey, just go suck a dick.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's like, hey, kiss my ass.
Okay.
Like, kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
All right.
Clark Griswold. You know what I mean?
All
like
right. That's fine. I'm not upset.
No.
I appreciate your opinion.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie has an interesting perspective on it. He says, I think the shock was supposed to be that Lana has been calling Rusev a sex addict, but she's the actual addict regardless of gender.
Okay.
That's a very interesting perspective on it.
Okay.
Also, I thought it was weird that Liv Morgan was nowhere to be seen this Monday on Raw.
Yeah, weird.
And like
I did notice
Rusev was on green screen vacation. It was awesome.
Green screen vacation's beautiful.
It cracked me up. It did make me laugh. All right.
Comedian Tom Segura has a lot of a really good bit about what you can say in like 2019 and what you can say. So I don't know if you've ever heard that, but check it out.
Okay,
I think
you'll check that one out. I saw this. WWE helped make the USA Network the #1 cable entertainment network in key demos for 2019.
No surprise.
WWE Monday Night Raw was the #1 cable entertainment program on Monday nights and the #1 most social primetime series in all of television. Straight Up Steve Austin was the #1 unscripted series for men, 18 to 49 and 25 through 54. Wow. Miz and Mrs. with the #1 returning unscripted show on the USA Network.
They're using that word unscripted pretty loosely.
Well, I'm just reading from the cable entertainment ranks from December 31st of 18 through December 29th of 2019. It was the third consecutive year that USA was the #1 cable network for 18 to 49, and the second consecutive year they were #1 entertainment network from 25 to 54. It was really weird. I didn't see Brian Alvarez tweet about these numbers. Odd. Really odd.
He doesn't tweet about many reality shows though either. So.
Well, but I mean, Monday Night Raw was included in all of this, including this. The #1.
Does he tweet Raw ratings?
Yeah, he tweets.
Does he?
Raw
I must always. Miss
yeah, I must miss all of it.
Oh, Frank commented, "Don't feed James."
Oh, what a good day that was.
That was a great.
That was a great day.
What a payoff.
The #1 cable entertainment program on Mondays was Monday Night Raw. #1 most social primetime series in all of television was Monday Night Raw. #1 new unscripted cable series, like we said, Straight Up Steve Austin. And the returning unscripted was Miz and Mrs.
You forgot your last line. Suck a dick, AEW.
I didn't. No, I did write that. You're right. All right, speaking of AEW, last night, among other things, I thought the Moxley joining Inner Circle, not actually joining Inner Circle, was obvious but executed extremely well. I thought that segment was really good.
It was too. I thought it was, and I think somebody commented in a tweet or something, they thought it was poorly timed, and they're just kind of like messing around in the ring because it's like, oh, we got 3 minutes left.
Well, and then they
and
like
then
go
it
to
was like I'm not doing it. Smash Paradigm Shift.
Yeah,
right at the end.
They had to get Slick Sammy or whatever the hell his name is, Sammy Guevara, and Jack Hager Slacks out of the ring. So it was only Moxley and Jericho in the ring. I did. I think it was executed well.
Let me just point this out real quick.
Sure, point this out real quick.
We shit on the Lana thing forever.
We do.
Over 5 million views on YouTube. Their big swerve of the night last night was the AEW Dynamite. Did Jon Moxley join the Inner Circle? 77,000 views from the All Elite Wrestling Facebook page. Or I'm sorry, YouTube page.
Yeah, and I mean
77,000, Jim. Not even 100,000.
And I understand that that's only 24 hours old. But in 8 hours, it was like last Monday night at midnight, the Lana thing, to like 8 a.m. when I got to work, and I checked the number. That one was already at like 1.2 million. And again, I get that WWE has a bigger audience. Like
this is why they did what they did with the Lana thing.
Because it
just sold.
Like this Monday, prime example. This Monday, as they were recapping the wedding as Raw came on the air this past Monday.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? My wife, again, not a wrestling fan, still working on it.
Still
10 years in, still working on it.
It's a slow burn, folks.
Slow burn. But we're watching the intro to Raw, and she goes, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And I went, "It's it's like a trashy soap opera TV."
Right. This is the soap.
And she goes, "Why are they doing this?" And I'm like, "You want to know how many views that it got on social media and then YouTube?" She goes, "What, like a couple million?" I'm like, "Try 12.5 as of Thursday." And she goes, "Shit." Like, you know what I mean? People love it. Like, good or not.
I wish you would have taken a moment and been like, well, when a man loves a woman.
But now I know you were really looking forward to the Riho Chris Statlander match. I think that was the buzz of wrestling, the wrestling world, wrestling social media talk for the last couple of weeks, because Statlander was the hot new star in AEW. The women's division, let's be honest, needs fucking help over there.
Sure,
absolutely. So you're playing the hot hand. Magically, this all falls around the start of the new year.
It needs to be pushed back a week.
So the records, had to be pushed back a week because she had a prior booking, which I still think AEW. My God, like how do you not just
right?
And everybody's like, well, it's really nice of them to let people finish their bookings, unlike WWE. I'm like, you mean the way WWE does it from the point they're signed?
Right.
Like you get signed,
the WWE gets
you finish their bookings,
right?
Or you work out an agreement with them, and then they debut in WWE.
Right.
You don't announce their debut and then go.
And even if you hotshot Chris in that moment, you need to be aware of what her other bookings were.
Yeah, that was a bad look. I didn't bring that up last week, but and here's the thing: say you need Statlander for last week, maybe you work out a deal with. I forget was it Beyond that she was.
I don't even know what.
I don't remember where she was working last week, but it's maybe work out a deal with them where you send 2 of your stars to that show. Sorry, hey, we got to pull Chris Statlander. It's our kickoff show. It's our homecoming show. This is super important. Maybe we can send these 2 stars.
Interruption, real quick. Thor from College Checks.
Thor. How about that?
Hello.
That is super.
There's a blast from the past.
Oh my God,
my guy.
But yeah. Anyway. Statlander's the hot hand. Riho versus Statlander for the women's championship last night. Now, we'll get to the mishmash at the end. I didn't watch this, but all reports, people that were commenting that I saw said that if you thought Stephanie McMahon was bad on commentary, you have heard nothing yet with Brandy. Is that an accurate
Jim, though,
statement?
you would have enjoyed it.
Would I?
Because she was picking on Excalibur. She kept calling him Exhibit.
Shut up.
She called him Exhibit like 2 or 3 times and asked him, like, why are you're a commentator. Why are you wearing a mask, Exhibit?
Okay, well, I mean, she's not
so,
wrong
like,
there.
Gets to the point. So, like, she was not good on commentary at all. But that also further believed, like, this is going to be an important match. They have Brandy out here.
Right, the woman who invented women's wrestling in AEW was out there.
Right. So let's go with this hot hand. And then just the match took off. And then she said something along the lines, and you heard her like...
You're right. The headset goes down.
Right. And then...
You know, wrestling done right.
She
you
makes her way
down.
Well, no, you put the microphone down.
Oh, sorry.
When you don't agree with what you see in the ring, that's the professional thing to do.
Stay with us, man.
Baby. I don't even know. It was the absolute shit.
So the video
there were AEW apologists.
Yeah.
That were shitting on this segment.
Now, don't get me wrong. There were still some that were defending this. But now, if you go to AEW's YouTube page. The moment the video from this match starts is when Brandy comes down the ramp to confront Chris Statlander, and then Bald Bull crawls out from under the ring. I think that's his name.
I don't know what.
I don't know. It was some guy that nobody in the crowd knew.
Nobody.
If I had,
you know who knew it though? The commentators. They knew. They knew exactly who it was because he said, "This is this person." Immediately they said that. Damn right they did.
Who is that? You know, and look, I'm truly...
That's gotta be Kane!
I'm truly not trying to sound like the prick that I'm going to sound like when I say this.
Here we go.
If I had $1 for every time somebody, like, showed up or debuted in AEW, actually, you know what? Not $1. If I had a dime. For every time that somebody showed up in AEW and both the crowd... didn't know who the hell they were.
Sure.
And the commentary didn't know who the hell they were. I'd have a shitload of dimes.
I mean, Jim Ross knows nobody.
Nobody.
He still calls Jungle Boy Jungle Jack Perry. Repeatedly.
Johnny Ace is a piece of shit.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack Perry.
All the time.
I mean, he's almost right.
Somebody needs to be like, his name's Jungle Boy.
Right, Jungle Boy.
That's it. Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy. My boy.
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Why? Jungle Jack. Then he just
Sauce
starts Jungle Jack right in the middle of the match. No, there's no fucking Jack. Just Jungle Boy. Just like call it what its fucking name is.
And here, like, I have said for a few, like, well, over a month that I've thought that AEW, week by week, has slipped more and more into WWE on a different channel. Like, to me, there is not a damn difference between AEW and WWE besides the characters in the play.
This episode was the most WWE episode that they've done. Interference. They ran interference back-to-back matches, Jim.
Like, they do.
With, like, dirty finishes.
Well, they do it all the time. Last week,
the main event segment was Dean Ambrose not joining
Chris
Jericho's little group.
Right. It was the Festival of Friendship.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, but like in reverse.
Yeah, and they had a little bit of the bubbly.
Right. Like, and again, if you want to be that, that's fine.
This was 110% sports entertainment.
It was, and it has been. And you know, we've gone over this stuff about the rules. And like last week when Arn's up on the ring apron, like how many times are you going to have interference and guys on the outside that shouldn't be there, and the referees are just staring.
Yeah,
they're just looking at all of it. Just it's like they're as amazed as we are.
So bad. So bad. Matt, did you watch?
No, I haven't yet. I
thought
about it because I saw the conversation, but I didn't. It's still in my DVR, so I might.
Yeah, watch it and just. I'd love to hear everybody's opinion on it because this was 110% sports entertainment. So bad.
Now, you know,
I mean, it was a fun watch again, and they did everything they needed to do. a week ago that made AEW my live watch of the I prefer to watch
Sure.
AEW live.
And I mean, here's the thing: a week ago,
week,
NXT last week was a clip show and an awards show,
right?
So they didn't give you a lot of incentive to tune in this.
That's
week.
absolutely right. Now I caught some NXT, including the end of that main event. I will be watching NXT next week as my go-to show.
Yeah. We've often talked about and similar to not similar necessarily the same as, but the Lana stuff, it's trashy. People watch it. Like sometimes I've always said a bad ratings don't mean it was a bad show. Good ratings doesn't mean it was a good show.
Right.
AEW did 947,000 last night.
It's a good number.
It's up from last week. Both shows up from last week. I mean, obviously NXT clip show, live show. But NXT, 712,000, but they dropped out of the top 50 in the key demo this week.
NXT did.
Yikes. So yeah, when the ratings first started coming out, because that's what gets listed first, the top 50. The reporters didn't have a number on NXT at the initial onset.
Right.
And I think this is what you're going to get sometimes.
Sure. Again, following a clip show, what is my incentive to tune in?
Exactly. And I think I saw yesterday that Tuesday, the first night of the Jeopardy thing, did 14 million.
What?
I believe so. I could be wrong. I'm going to try and look.
That's also broadcast.
That's also it's broadcast, but if you have 14 million people of all different ages, that are watching that from 8 to 9, that's theoretically the first hour of your show. Let's see here.
Holy shit! TV ratings, Jeopardy. Wow.
The greatest of all time grows to 14.8. So, okay, here we go. Part 2 of Jeopardy's the greatest of all time, built on the strong performance from night 1. The quiz show drew 14.8 million viewers, up from 14 million on Tuesday night. Its 2.3 rating among adults 14 to 89 was down fractionally from part 1, but still represented by far the highest rating on the night. So, I mean, that's going to have an impact.
Sure.
As what, on people watching, NXT and even AEW. But, I mean, both numbers were up. But, if some of your demos watching NXT, some of them is watching Jeopardy, some of them is watching it's going to ebb and flow. It's going to ebb and flow week to week. I
ain't worried.
And
for either of them, I'm
not
worried.
I posted the number. I post the number every week.
That's the closest they've been to 1 million, though, since their debut show, right?
I believe so. Yeah. And here's the thing. I report the number because it's newsworthy for people that care about that kind of stuff.
Sure.
That's where I leave it. It doesn't impact me either way because I don't work for either company. I'm not a WWE shareholder, and I don't work for any of the TV networks, and I'm not an advertiser. So those numbers mean nothing to me.
Right.
Raw's ratings don't mean anything to me. SmackDown's don't mean anything to me. If I enjoyed the show, I enjoyed the show. If I didn't enjoy it, I enjoyed the hell out of Raw this week.
They really don't mean anything at all to you.
They really don't.
That much. I get not being a shareholder and definitely not the demo aspects of it.
If Raw starts doing under 1 million, that might worry me a little bit.
Sure.
Because a show that I've watched for 25 plus years of my life
needs retooling.
May not be around anymore.
That's fair.
But
it's a good way to compare shows, though. There needs to be some baseline comparison.
Yeah.
And the comparison being eyes on the product live. What is SmackDown pulling?
I think in the low 2s.
Okay. That sounds about right, at least for now.
But what I mean when I say they don't have it, they don't mean anything to me, is I'm gonna try. I try to watch Raw live. I try and catch the Wednesday stuff live when I don't have if the Caps are playing, I'm gonna watch Capitals.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm gonna be watching one or both of these live. The other one I'll catch up on DVR. Like, and SmackDown, I will catch when I can. Friday nights are tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Friday nights are tough.
I do my grocery shopping. We go out to dinner.
And like you are a Wednesday night TV guy. You watch the Chicago show.
I do watch the Chicago stuff.
And they are back now.
They are back.
So we're out of that like free time, Christmas time. Like
Sure.
we really are.
But what I mean, like when I say like they don't mean anything to me, is like I'm gonna watch it if I'm enjoying it. If I miss an episode, if I miss an episode of Raw, or if I just kind of catch up, like fast forwarding, catch the storyline stuff, that's gonna happen. But like I'm gonna watch wrestling if I enjoy it.
Sure.
Like that's what I mean when I say they don't matter to me.
I mean, I get that. I'm not going to be like, oh, AEW won of the ratings. I'm going to watch them next week. That's never what I'm going to do.
No, I plan on watching both because it is possible.
Right,
to
I will. Right.
And like somebody, like I posted a thing about the numbers, and that guy like tweeted like directly like at us. Let me find the guy's response because I did find it to be a little bit interesting. So I just posted the numbers, and he's like, "Oh, damn, how horrible!" Because that's totally important to wrestling fans. I mean, seriously, I care a lot about what other people watch, and I was like, "Bro."
I mean, you fucking will when they cancel the show because nobody's watching.
Well, and I'm like, dude, I just post the numbers. Like,
right.
You don't have to like bring that at me. He's like, wasn't directed at you. Just my reaction to ratings reports in general. So I'm like, well, I mean, you responded to us. Everybody's reporting them.
Right.
You responded. If you wanted to just
I appreciate him being social with us.
Sure.
Sure,
and you know, and I was just
thanks,
like,
fella.
you know, and he said he only watches New Japan, so it really doesn't
moot.
completely pointless.
Right.
And he's like, and I get this. He said, I'm just sick of some sections of fans deliberately sectioning off fans for stupid reasons. And I go, okay, I can at least meet you on that point.
Why can't we all just get along?
Right. Like it's not hard. And yeah, like the, you know, I put something out today that was like, you know, it's really not hard just to like kind of like be a good fan. Like, I mean, I have fun poking fun at like AEW. I watch it every week, just about every week.
Right.
But I've seen a lot of like, you know, in response to like the Lana Lashley angle, people are like tweeting or posting things like, you know, if this is what you find entertaining, you have something wrong with your brain. Like, you're an idiot. Or like after the Brandy segment last night, like, boy, if that's what you're calling innovative, then you really are like a dumb piece of shit. And everybody like screenshots these things, they retweet them, they quote retweet the people, and they're like, oh, look at this scumbag. It's like, if we're kind of starting the new year and we're kind of doing like resolutions or like ways I can be better, I kind of like just put out a broad statement on our Twitter page that like I'm gonna really try to not give those people attention this year, because that's all they're looking for. They just want to say something like that, have their shit blow up, and go, oh look, this thing got, you know, 1 million impressions on this tweet because everybody got mad at me. I'm like, I would much rather, you know, retweet the indie worker who's selling his merch.
I get that, sure.
You know, to get a little extra money so maybe he can perform in California this year when he lives on the East Coast.
California is
beautiful.
Beautiful
or like, you know, the podcast, like us, or you know, like any of our friends that, you know, they post a new episode. You know what? I'm gonna give them the retweet,
right,
and give them the, hey, check this show out,
right?
Because like, you know, everybody talks about how toxic wrestling Twitter can be, and
I
cannot in the trap.
wait until you come out with a toxic tweet, and I'm gonna quote tweet that.
Go
and
ahead.
be like, you really need to follow 3 Count Thursday for this breath of fresh air.
But like, you know, and we're all gonna slip up. I'm gonna slip up. I think it's kind of like, I mean, it is human nature. Like,
you ever see Matt tweet?
Oh,
should give him a follow for fresh takes and positive thoughts. He loves referees.
Loves referees.
Loves referees.
I love referees too, to be fair. And Doug Flutie.
And he loves Doug
I
Flutie.
was gonna say I don't even touch the amount of referee tweets that Jim hits during a Caps game.
Oh, I mean,
that's a fair point. And hockey barely even has rules.
Well, I mean, you know, depends what night it is. But no, I just something just struck me when I'm seeing the shit that I was seeing over the last couple of days. I'm like, you know what? I am going to try to be better. If I slip up, I apologize. Call me out on it.
I won't.
I know you won't. Well, you will, but it'll be like 4 days later, or you'll just like it among like 43 other tweets. All right, a couple news items. DDP appeared on this week's edition of Dynamite.
Sure
confronted MJF. It was announced that DDP will be teaming up with QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes against MJF, the Butcher, and the Blade next week on Dynamite.
Yeah, so DDP, gets confronted with MJF, who now has a DDPY yoga. It's not DDPY yoga anymore. It's DDPY.
DDPY, yeah.
So it's DDP in a DDPY shirt on AEW on TNT with MJF. And that's your whole alphabet. And then the Butcher and the Blade come out. And Dallas Page cuts them both. Like this new tag team that is like, it came out through the ring. And remember like all that excitement? Like 60-year-old DDP just diamond cuts them both and sends them out. Like, man, just bad.
So
just stinky old episode of AEW last night. I'm so sorry.
And look, I get Big Show has returned 40 times and turned heel and face 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But like 48.
Did he cry?
Did DDP cry?
There were no tears.
Okay, so Big Show does
Big
cry.
Show.
No, I don't think he cried this week. He did not cry this week. He didn't even turn heel this week, which may have been the biggest news of the week.
Really shocking.
That he was on the face team and didn't turn heel. But, like, I saw people going like, oh, Big Show in a match, that's really exciting in 2019. Way to push talent, WWE.
Right.
So...
Yep, you're not wrong, Jim. You're not wrong, but yeah.
DDP is wrestling next week.
Yeah, he is.
On AEW Dynamite. How many matches on AEW Dynamite has like Sonny Kiss had?
On Dynamite?
Dynamite.
I think he was featured once.
He was featured once. Okay, he was in a tag
in
match
that
with
Battle
Dustin.
Royal.
Or no.
Oh, twice then.
Okay, so he did have one match on.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Right.
Like,
same thing with the Librarian, like who's one of
my favorites.
One of your favorites, Jim.
If you like, here's the thing: you want to do the Casino Battle Royale, you want to throw DDPY out in the Casino Battle Royale, cool.
It's a Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. Like that's the Rumble spot. Get some legends out, surprise entrance into the Rumble. You don't put them. Why are they getting featured? And why?
And I also feel like during it he went to try to like insult Wardlow, and he called him Wardblow, which just sounded
and yeah, why is he diamond cutting the best tag team in the world? I think JR called him one of the best tag teams in the world,
right?
Who also lost
and then squared up with the Bunny,
who last week was it last? No, the last show of 2019. One of the best tag teams in the world lost to Cody and the skateboard kid.
Wait, Darby
Allin.
Skateboard kid.
I
Jim.
forgot his name.
You're disgusting.
Sorry, I didn't want to call him Marco Stunt.
Tony Hawk.
Okay, I didn't want to call him Marco Stunt, but I knew he was small, and I knew.
Well, Jurassic. Well,
Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack Perry.
Dustin and Darby Allin thrown together team pinned the Butcher and the Baker and the Candlestick Maker.
Cody, who is clearly like a top echelon wrestler.
That's fun. But it goes back to if it was the Revival and it was and I'm sure WWE has done this.
Sure they have. And
I'm sure they get killed for it. They don't get man. I mean, I'll tune in.
I mean, here's the thing: the WWE did that very successfully with teams like The Bar, and have like really rolled with it.
So Darby and Cody are a tag team now.
No,
okay,
no, I hear what you're saying. I'm saying the WWE
they
does
have
it and can stick with it. Then
yes, right. The AEW doesn't stick with anything. It feels
That seems to be the case.
Are
we done burying AEW yet? Because this is
one more thing. It's almost as if you have 4 different guys running the damn thing and not one guy.
Almost.
Like, I know people shit on that old guy in WWE, but
here's the deal. At least you can always point and be like, "That's that old guy's good shit."
Right. Whose good shit was that?
And he would wear that like a badge of honor. Bad, good, or anything.
Lee says, no offense to anyone, but who's going to pay or tune in because QT Marshall is in a match? Well, I think that's why you have his teammates are Dustin Rhodes and DDP.
Yeah.
His other tag team appearance, and I like QT
but QT's
Marshall.
been part of like the Nightmare Nation.
He's in the family.
In the family.
Is it the coalition is Brandy's
the coalition's
thing.
Brandy's thing.
The family is there's
right.
so many factions.
Yeah.
And anyway, Mercedes Martinez has signed with WWE, at least according to reports. I don't think it's been.
She has not confirmed.
Been
yet.
WWE confirmed or her confirmed, but she is supposed to report to the WWE Performance Center later this month.
Love it.
There was a lot of speculation that she may sign with some other promotions, most notably AEW. She did make a few appearances with AEW in 2019. Right. Obviously, she was part of the Mae Young Classic with WWE back in 2018. I think this is a great signing.
Yeah. A bit older. Veteran of the ring.
39, wrong side of 30.
An absolute great signing that you can have her, a year or two, really top echelon, put some younger people over, and then you lock her in as a coach and give her something to do down at the PC. It's a brilliant signing. And I just want to let you know how little we are not like a shitty podcast site. I saw reports that said AEW or WWE signs former AEW star.
Oh, come on.
And I was like, who is this?
Seriously?
Because she wrestled at All Out in
right.
in the Rumble, the Battle Royal style match. That's how they phrase the Mercedes Martinez signing.
Yeah, that's
it's
weak.
Unreal. Frank Boris has some Mercedes Martinez stories.
He does.
He transported her around up there. Our friends up at PPW.
I mean, here's the thing. At 39, let's. I know you said a couple of years, maybe then become a coach. Shayna Baszler's 39.
Yeah,
comparatively speaking. So, I mean, what is AJ Styles is 45.
Here's the deal. I know Atomic has had Mercedes Martinez in there, and she can fucking go.
Yeah.
Honored to have called some of her matches, but she can still go.
Sure. No, it's a great signing. It really is. Matt, any thoughts on this signing?
I mean, it, like you said, not 100% confirmed, but if true, it's a huge addition for WWE. They've been just slowly building this awesome talent pool at the Performance Center in NXT in WWE. It's just getting better and better. So it's exciting with what they can do, especially with the Rumble coming up.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, there's potential for returns, debuts, call-ups, things like that.
Sure.
Going into WrestleMania season. Speaking of call-ups, a report from the Wrestling Observer did note that the WWE announced a women's battle royal for NXT number 1 contender spot next week on the show. But there is no Shayna, no Jessamine, and no Marina advertised for the battle royal next week. So there's at least some mild speculation, and that's purely what it is this week. That there could be at least a Shayna call up or more as we near Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. Obviously, with Shayna Baszler losing the NXT Women's title, I don't see them going back to that well. I think Shayna's time to come into the WWE is absolutely now. And obviously with Royal Rumble season, there's been speculation for the last month or so about a Ronda Rousey return. That would also help with the full 4 horsewomen going to the WWE, and you could set up a huge potential match there. for WrestleMania with WWE's 4 Horsewomen. So it's something to keep watch on as we go through the next couple weeks.
You took the words right out of my mouth. There's no way the WWE could have contracted 8 of those, the
those
original
8 women, yeah,
right, and not do a horsewoman versus horsewoman feud or something. Like, absolutely no way that doesn't happen. So if this is going to have to be the start of it to get everybody on the same, then absolutely fine.
And I mean, everybody's healthy.
There's no way you can't do that, right?
Right, and I think this would be a great time for it, because I know, like, Charlotte had the promo last week talking about how, like, she's going to win the Rumble and she needs to get back in the main event. Well, like, you may not get back in the main event, but you're going to have a featured match that's going to get quite a bit of attention if you go this way. The big news of the week. This might be the biggest news of the week. Almost a decade after CM Punk called for the return of WWE ice cream bars, Good Humor is finally bringing them back. The new ice cream bars have been added to their website. Now they no longer are on a stick, and there is no chocolate back. So it is more of an ice cream sandwich. Roman Reigns, Macho Man, Randy Savage are 2 of the superstars shown on the box and on top of the cookies. Becky Lynch and John Cena are also on the box. I saw today the expected release nationwide is sometime in February. So we are about a month away from WWE ice cream sandwiches. The popular snack was first introduced in 1987. Came with a WWF trading card in the box. The last line of bars was out in 2008 and was discontinued that year as well. Yes or no question, will you buy at least 1 box?
Obviously, yes.
Matt, will you? Yeah. That's an easy
100%.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to I might have to go out midnight and do a midnight madness at that's YouTube content right there.
That is YouTube content.
Also part of this past week's segment was they did close finally close up the loop on the Lana wedding. They had the officiant back this week, and if you noticed, for those that watched, after AJ Styles' match, he was walking up the ramp. You see a commotion in the ring behind, and all of a sudden there's a quick camera cut as if a fan had jumped in the ring and got jumped by security. Well, then people started tweeting from the live audience that it was actually the preacher from the Lana Lashley wedding segment. And according to sources, it was planned ahead of time and not a breakdown of communication between the WWE and the security team. Some of the different footage that has been shared on social media, and also the actor that played the preacher tweeted, "This is what happened tonight at Raw. I need to get into the ring in order to consummate the Bobby and Lana wedding." I don't think "consummate's" the right word.
That is definitely not
the right word. But security prevented me, so I had no other choice but to dive into the ring head first. Security was not pleased, but the married couple was very happy. So yeah, apparently, no matter what, it's hilarious that it's the preacher guy, because somebody commented, they're like, "Wow, that's the first time I've seen a fan jump in the ring wearing a full suit and get tackled." It's just a funny little tidbit there, and then
it's a work.
It's all a work, buddy. It is all a work.
Work.
According to a report by Tom Collahue, WWE staff have been waiting to bring Jay White. And there's interest in WWE in Jay White. They've been wanting to bring him over for quite some time, with one source referring to him as, quote, "a perfect WWE guy that fits the Vince McMahon mold." His contract with New Japan would not end until sometime late this year or in January of next year. So that, much like we were on Squirrel Watch,
right?
For the latter part of 2019, Jay White's going to be the one to watch, I think, this year, and I think it's going to be a similar discussion. Like, is he going to go to AEW?
Sure.
Is he going to re-sign with New Japan? is Ring of Honor still going to be a thing in
Viable
2020?
option, sure.
Where's Impact going to be? And obviously WWE/NXT. I mean, the Jay White's phenomenal.
Switchblade, baby.
So no matter where he goes, I think he succeeds. Similar to Marty Scurll. AEW is the easy fit.
I think so.
But I would love to see Jay White in NXT.
Yeah, I would too.
Like,
I really would too.
Damn, like that dude could absolutely fit extremely well in AEW. But one to watch. I don't know if you or Matt have any other thoughts on that.
I'd take it. I'd accept that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I have, guys. With no Tim this week, we will not have any trivia.
That's fine.
Again, we did not have a wheel of impressions.
I don't have anything else, Jim.
Matt, anything else?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
What do you have?
Next week.
NWA.
Fucking Scott Steiner wrestling.
Jesus.
2020, right?
Why not?
Why not?
Why the hell not? Who's he wrestling?
I couldn't even tell you. I forget.
Are you still watching?
Scott
It's been
Steiner.
a couple of weeks since I caught an episode. I'm just gonna have to I'm similar to if I miss wrestling on
You'll
TV.
catch up when you get your flu.
I'll catch up when I get the flu, but I do need to like make it a point to hit my YouTube on Tuesday nights, because usually after I record, I think it's part of the problem. I hadn't done a huddle up in a few weeks.
Yeah, they're still entertaining.
Because usually what happens is, like, when I'm uploading and doing all the post-show work for Huddle Up, I put on my NWA Power.
Yeah.
So, Matt, if you don't have anything else, feel free to let people know where they can follow you and let them know about the Woman of the Week, and then we're going to get out of here.
Yep, Woman of the Week this week is Missa Kate, Chicago's sweetheart. I did just record something with her last night, which will be dropping on the website on Saturday morning, so make sure you stay tuned to that, www.3countthursday.com, and you can follow her at Missa Kate 11, or just check out our Instagram page at 3Count Thursday and follow all of the wonderful women that we feature. 2020 Woman of the Year contest officially starts with this one, so make sure you're following along and voting. You can follow me at 3CT Affiliate on Twitter. That's 3CT. Sorry. A Philly and then the number 8.
All right. Well, get that cough looked at, Matt, and and we'll talk to you next week, bud.
Yep. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Ryan, we'll let people know where they can follow you. We appreciate everybody following along and interacting with us in the chat this week and giving us some share skis and all that stuff.
So RYN Eagle, RYNEAGLE, across all social media platforms. You can follow me, like me, do what you want. I don't care, really. I don't tweet enough to really care. I'm not a social influencer on any of the podcasts or any of the platforms. So, yeah, you know what? Do what you want. Free
follow
country.
him or don't.
It's a free country.
Follow us.
Follow us. I want you to follow us more than
for
anything.
sure. You can follow me at Big Jim Sports, but we really want you to follow 3Count Thursday,
That's what we
Facebook,
want.
Twitter, Instagram. Head over to 3countthursday.com. You'll find all of our social media links there. Our YouTube page as well. Make sure you're subscribed to our podcast feed, both Android, Apple, Google Play, Stitcher. I think they're all up on. Make sure you're following along with our home network, NGSC Sports, and LeapSports.com, where we stream live and daily, LEEIB Sports.com. And the sponsor of NGSC Sports is Alicia's Pillows The Thing. It's a new year. It's a new decade. You want to decorate your house. You want to make it look nice. You want to add your little bit of flair into whatever you're doing. So add pillows, stools, everything you need featuring your favorite sports, movie, and TV characters. Head over to ngscsports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage. Place your order. Guys, until next week, enjoy NXT TakeOver Blackpool. Enjoy SmackDown if you're watching it tomorrow night. You check out some indie wrestling. We hope you enjoy that as well. But most importantly, we hope you join us back here next week on 3 Count Thursday. Same time, same channel. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.